if he knows what's good for him, which unfortunately usually people don't, but if he knows what's good for him, he'll hire you. Maybe my testimonial will nudge him in your direction. Hopefully that serves some sort of purpose.
I do appreciate that. I get a lot of invitations on Upwork, and I honestly think that your testimonial has a lot to do with it. I get a lot of invitations. I do hope that.
Well, I mean, it was serendipitous because like my business coach, I told you, had been pushing me forever. Like, what can you do to make yourself more accountable to getting this thing done? You're telling me you don't want to turn 40 and not have it done yet. Like, so you're on the clock. That's 5 years from now. So how are you gonna do that? I'm like, okay, I know I need an editor. I know. And so we've been using Upwork for hiring. That's where we've had some success with it too. That's where Jill found her virtual assistant, who she loves. And I was like, I'm just gonna plug in developmental editor and see what I get. And you were the first result, and
Wow.
you were actually the first person that I contacted. And I contacted multiple people after that, and with like more traditional editing chops. And one person on there, was affiliated with Disney Publishing. There was somebody else who just had a traditional fantasy fiction, background and pedigree. And as I explained to them what I was looking for, they were just like, "Huh? You want me to do what?" Like, they could not wrap their heads around the fact that I did not have what I would consider to be a complete manuscript, because I wanted to rewrite it, and I wanted coaching and accountability to get through that rewrite process to make this thing viable. I mean, the whole traditional publishing world is just completely backwards, if you ask me.
I'm literally scratching my head. Like, you can't call yourself a developmental editor if you don't know what you were looking for.
Yeah,
Hello.
I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm gonna pass on this project. All right, thanks for being upfront about that. I really don't care. So, because obviously this was not gonna work. So, yeah, all of which is to say, it was serendipitous. You and I hit it off, I feel like, from the outset, and so, here we are, and I think it's working, and I think it's good, and you totally 100% earned that testimonial, and I would not have said it if I didn't mean every single word of it, which I absolutely do. I mean, there is no better case study in how to fail at starting out in the publishing world than me. Like, I mean, I'm so good at failing. I'm like, all right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna intern in publishing and dabble, I'm gonna be a typesetter and editor, and like, okay, I think I got like some sense of what's going to happen. Why don't I start like a marketing business and use those skills in a different way and hire people and say, okay, but we're not going to do client stuff exclusively. We're also going to do our own stuff. And it seems like obvious when you say it, but you would not believe how many people do not get that. And so grad school and hiring and firing, and man, I mean, like, I couldn't write you a testimonial and not bring up the long road to finding you. Because if I can save one other person the pain and money of what I've been through, I mean, then I think I will have done my job. And I'll be doing a service to them and to you. So I'm perfectly happy to have written it. And I hope that it does wonders for you.
Thank you.
Not too well, because obviously I still need you. So you need to be available for me.